Good morning, and welcome to The Sun is Shining Brightly This Morning, Winnipeg. It had been my plan to be here at the model table just as the sun was breaking over the overpass, but I didn't make it. Yeah, and what do we got going on here this morning besides our brand new HMS Hood coffee mug? You'll see this in the rollback, so I won't talk about it anymore. Yeah, well, we got a bright, fresh day. Got a fresh shirt on and marine. That looked better. I looked pretty ragged yesterday. Maybe this afternoon I'll give myself a haircut, and then tomorrow I'll look even better. It's pretty hard to make me look better. Anyway, yeah, what did we do here? We got the railing on all the way around. I got the gunnels painted all the way around. And this morning, what I plan to do is go over the around the railing. There's about 3, maybe 4 places where I accidentally touched the railing with the 66 here. So I'm going to have to go around with the 77. And also on the top of the post, like I just noticed this one right here, right now, I can see it glinting. The light is reflecting down from up there, and it's bouncing back right in my eye. It's like a little light bulb on the top of that post there. It's where we nipped the rail off from the fret. And so I got bare photo etch in some places, but at arm's length, and when it was in its case, the case is not lit from the back, so you're not going to get the light bouncing off and then up into your eye. You probably wouldn't see it, but I may as well, being as I'm going to have to go around anyway. Okay, I'm starting to ramble here, aren't I? Yeah. Why don't we roll back and see how it is we got to this place. Now I'm guessing it was about a half an hour earlier. I'd seen the mailman coming with his mailbag as he walked the route, you might say, and I met him at the door, and he says, "I think you've got a package for you. I'll be by later." Okay, so I knew he was coming, and I was ready for him. And I told him, I said, "You remember that package that I got the other day that I said I wasn't expecting it? Well, this is what it was." I guess I was bragging a little bit. I mentioned how I made YouTube videos, and one of the viewers knew that I was interested in cameras and sent it to me. Well, it's making a squeaking noise, but I think that's from the foam box that it's packed in. Now, we know what this is, don't we? Okay, once again, I'll recompose and we'll take a nice close look. Oh, look, they got the flag right side up. Once again, I'm happy with this. Okay. Now, I don't know how much I'm going to be doing here this evening with our number 66 gray. And some people might be wondering, why was it that I selected blue for the inside of the mug? And before I ordered it, I went online, and it turns out that a lot of British people, and the HMS Hood is a British ship, they prefer blue. And also Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth preferred blue. So I might say that in honor of Queen Elizabeth, who I had the utmost of respect. You know, some leaders you really respect them, and then there's other leaders that they would be, you might say, the poster boy for greed and arrogance. And anyway, we won't go there. Yeah, Queen Elizabeth I had the utmost of respect for, always, as long as I can remember. So in honor of her, we've got blue on the inside of our Hood mug. Anyway, enough about the mug. I'm only going to work at this as long as I don't feel that I'm getting a little bit, you might say, trembly, because it is getting on today. And yeah, well, maybe I'll just recompose a little bit and see if I can. Maybe I'll put the macro lens on. I don't think I had the macro lens on when I did this before, so let me put the lid back on in case I spill this. Okay, now I will be repainting the flagstaff here. Yeah, I notice I'm getting just a little bit trembly. I don't know if I want to paint that bottom rail where the fairlead is or not. Well, I'm noticing that the does not seem to be. Oh, I guess it's glued down. Maybe I better get the safety thing back on here too. I just bumped this thing. Didn't break it up or anything, but guess I could have. Well, the main thing is here to get the glint. Okay, I think I'm painting out of the scene, aren't I? Yeah. Okay, I thought you'd like to maybe see the last 2 centimeters getting put on. Or maybe I should say more like about 4 centimeters. I think I need just a little bit more on my brush there. When that dries, it'll all blend in. You'll never see it. Okay, I've been all the way around now. I'm going to call it quits for this evening. It's 8:41, and there are a few places on the rail itself where I accidentally touched. But for the most part, I think I did pretty good here. All right, we'll see you in the morning. Okay, it is morning. And earlier I read my comments, and one of the viewers was asking me if I had got the book yet from Drabinsky's book on the Iowa. And, well, no, I haven't. But I mentioned that I was, thinking of getting the Kindle version. And anyway, here we go. Let's look at the Kindle version sample of this book. And now the good part about it is it's a little cheaper, as you can see, than the hardcover. However, and another thing that's good about it is you can do a word search, whereas with the hardcover you can't actually do that. You just sort of have to thumb through it and know where to go. Now, the bad part about it, and we're going to go on to Kindle's Cloud here, and we'll look at the sample, and I'll show you what's bad about it. Okay, let's page down here. Now, what you can do, and I'll show you, you can customize the size of the text, make it bigger or smaller, but you can't customize the size of the pictures. They remain the same, and I can't figure out how I can make enlarge the pictures and copy them. You can't copy the JPEGs, in other words. But what I can do, and I did one here earlier. For instance, I did a screenshot of this, and then I can enlarge it later, and it will look. Where is it here? See if I can find it quickly here. I've only got about 3 minutes here before this thing times out. Okay, here we are in my screenshot. I can enlarge that, and it's not too bad. It's not as good as if you were to copy a high resolution JPEG, but it sort of works. Excuse me. So I don't know. That's sort of up in the air. Do I get the hardcover or do I get the Kindle version? I think for myself, the Kindle version might actually be better. Then I don't need to photograph a picture in the book and then copy it into my computer and mess around with it. I can end up with something like this, which isn't too bad. This is the way we would see it normally, and I can enlarge it, or I can get just a section of it, or I'm probably going to get the Kindle version. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Okay, we've got our 77 here. And I think we'll just start here at the bow. And I probably won't be able to do very much of this on camera because I'm going to have to be wanting to hold my spotlight so that the light will reflect. And it's pretty hard to do that in video at the same time. But we did have this right here on the bow where there was a lot of CA glue. It's almost solid CA glue. And if the light hits it right, this whole area just glows. Okay, let's stick on our macro lens and move in so that you can see what it is I'm trying to do here. Now this is the 77. It's the same color that's already. I'm going a little lower than I had wanted to there. I may have to come at this again with the 66. I think what I'm going to do also is paint the rest of this Flagstaff with the 77. Right now it's the beloved 56. But I think I'm going to just do the entire thing with the 66 here. I'm going to have to do this off camera, I'm afraid, folks. I can tell right now. It's just too awkward. But we'll take a nice look at it when it's done. Okay, I think there are 3 of them in a row here that I can show you. The tops. You can see how it looks like there's a little light glowing on the top of the... Now this is going to make it momentarily look worse. Okay. Okay, our manual here does not show anything about the rigging, and I am almost ready to start the rigging. Now, I'm wondering, is there anything else maybe we can do here that could be put on that's not going to be in the way of the rigging? I think that the rigging is going to be part of this. Yeah, I think this will probably look better if it's suspended a little bit by a piece of easy line or something. Now, I suppose what I could do is we could put the ensign flag staff in place here. Yeah, let's recompose and get that in place, and then maybe I'll make a safety thing to go from this hole to that hole on the other side. Yeah, then as far as and these little boats, they have to be mounted beside the catapult here, and we talked about this before. There is no boat brackets or anything like that, so it's basically just going to be stuck down. I would have thought that well, we had this conversation before, but I would have thought there would have been some kind of a little mounting brackets that these small boats would have dropped onto. Okay, let's recompose here. I realize you're so far back you're not really seeing anything. Let's move in and put our ensign flag staff on. Now, are we going to have a problem like we had with the last one? Or is it going to want to go in there? Once again, it kind of looks like that hole is just a little bit too small. Okay, tell you what, let's put on the macro lens, reaching over very carefully now. Okay, I've swung our camera around about 180 degrees and we're looking in from the other side, and I moved in about as close as I can get. I've put some green cloth here over top of that plastic to offset the glint, and it almost goes. Okay, let's get our extra thin going here. Now, we'll try not to get it to go all over the deck. You can see that there is some photo etch from Sea Igloo already. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Well, it's too late now. You can see it sort of working its way into the hole all by itself there. Now this one seems to be wanting to stay in place a lot better than the other one did. I'm just going to keep an eye on it here. I'm going to turn the camera off and see which way it's going to want to slump. And yeah, well, it's on. Okay, once again, that helps, but it's no guarantee. Okay, now how stuck on are these? Not very. I think a little bit of CA. No, extra thin. Okay, let's put the macro lens on. We can, when we have the macro lens on, we can see what kind of mess I make a whole lot better, right? And this time, let's try not to put quite so much in that positioning hole. Okay, we'll let that meld. It'll be nice and strong. I'll do the other one. I think it has to come just a little bit our way here. There, that looks better. I don't think I put enough in there. And that time I probably put in too much. But I think it's straight. Looks good to me anyway. Now the reason I wanted to put these on now is because I'm planning to run easy line across from the top of this one to this one and then maybe down to the deck. I don't know. But I haven't done any editing since first thing this morning. So I think I got a feeling that we got a lot of video here that I probably don't know I got. So we're at about 1 minute to noon right now. So I'm going to go do some editing. Maybe we'll do a little bit more videoing after, and maybe we won't. We'll just have to see. But we're making progress. I kind of hope to be a little further by the end of today's video, but I actually hope to be stringing some easy line, but I don't know if we're going to actually get at that. But at least we got our hood mug. Now, being as the manual is absolutely useless when it comes to running the rigging, I think we're going to have to rely on this drawing right here. This seems to have about as much as I'm going to want to put on. I'm not going to want to have it going all over the place like it probably was in reality. Now, you remember I was talking about those gangways on the sides, and I was thinking that I thought they were supposed to go on this ship, and I thought I'd seen them in the drawings, or at least in the manual, but it wasn't. It was in this drawing that it shows, but there is no photo etch pieces to make up a ladder. So yeah, mind you, there's a lot of stuff in this drawing that probably we didn't put down on the ship. Anyway, that's going to be it for today, folks. So thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll be seeing you tomorrow.